none of these options have anything to do with my little problem. Panic sets in. You start hitting 0, 0, 0.
Head east on 3-acre lane toward Wadsworth Boulevard, then turn left onto Wadsworth Boulevard.
Please hang up and try your call again later. And that's when you realize, I gotta get me one of them rotary phones. That's why people have them.
Tom Ryan.
Today's Comedy 1031.
Hey y'all, Jeff Foxworthy here. Now, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing over and over for 7
Continue on Colorado 121 north for 3/4 of a mile. In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the I-70 West ramp to Grand Junction.
On your way. Essential business.
I can't deny it.
Use the right lane to take the I-70 West ramp.
87. It was all about 34.
In half a mile, merge onto I-70 West.
Car like we do in our time period in history right now. Back then, people had to travel by walking or maybe by horse or by some other animal if they were fortunate to have one. But in walking, they would have to actually get up and travel. And sometimes the time that it would take for them to get from one
Sermons for any into a grandparent.
Of the Constitution right now, where the Fed is talking now about just sending people money. Treasury came out yesterday and said, we're just going to send people $1,000. Everybody gets $1,000. It's like
Continue on I-70 West for 6 miles.
Your chair, it just arrives. It's crazy. Now, I heard on NPR this morning, I'm listening. I listen so you don't have to. And I'm listening this morning, and they're like, the president just okayed $1 trillion. I mean, but what is that going to do? I don't know what that's going to do. I tend to agree with you. Is that going to do anything other than bail out the airlines? I mean, there are a few things for national security we have to have. Airlines would be one of them. Airline companies, Boeing would be another one. There are things that are in our strategic defense that we would like to have around, but also the idea that people are going to have money. 1 million people might lose their jobs. Just this month, 1 million people. They're now talking about a possibility of 20% unemployment. So, you know, between 20, that's real numbers. That's not the fake numbers. I'm sorry, that is the fake number. That's not the real number. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stu's giving me a confused look. The real number is the one, the shadow stats, where you actually look at all of the number. And it's the way we used to measure it during the Great Depression, which adds points to the unemployment. So if it's at 10%, the shadow stat is really, it's like 12 or 15%. They're saying now the new Gini number is 20%. That's approaching depression kind of numbers. During the Depression, it was 30% in raw numbers. So giving people some money might be a good thing. I don't know what they're going to spend it on. I don't know how you're going to spend it on. Amazon is, I mean, check Amazon stock. If Amazon stock is going down, something is really wrong. Amazon stock should be going through the roof. So the governors get together under Cuomo and they say, you know, we've got to take care of this. We got to work together. The feds have been asleep at the switch. Then Cuomo says, it's chaos. I think it feels like the country's out of control. There's no clear direction. There's no clear path. Of course there's no clear path. We don't know where we're headed yet. We don't know what this thing really even is yet. There's no clear path. What do you want? We make plans, go out at night. Wait till 2, then turn out the light. 30% of Americans who are planning home
In 2 miles, use the right lane to take exit 263 for Denver West toward Colorado Mills Parkway.
The virus with them. There are now more imported cases of the virus in China than those transmitted domestically. So, major Chinese cities, including Beijing and Shanghai, now mandate that everyone, including foreigners entering China, quarantine in a central location, usually a hotel, with the visitor paying the cost. Zheng is now shut into a Beijing hotel, paying a little less than $100 a night.
If I had the virus and stayed in the US, I'd just be waiting to die. In China, the treatment is more satisfactory.
The situation has flipped. In January, residents left China in droves as the outbreak overwhelmed local healthcare systems. Now, China is one of the few countries with its outbreak under control, so people are flying back to China where they say they feel safer. So many people, in fact, that Xiaotangshan, a former treatment facility built during the SARS outbreak and reopened during the COVID-19 outbreak, is being retooled yet again, this time to hold travelers entering Beijing from abroad. The Beijing Health Commission has told students abroad not to come back.
Both ways have their own risks.
William Chang is a junior at Duke University. He's wrestling with whether to return home to Jiangsu province or stay at Duke. He says students like him are worried less about the two.
In half a mile, use the right lane to take exit 263 for Denver West toward Colorado Mills Parkway.
The United States may have like a different policy. We don't allow like the Chinese citizens to go back.
Raymond Song is a junior at Harvard University. He's now into his 3rd quarantine. First after a vacation to Tokyo, a second after returning to Harvard.
Use the right lane to take exit 263.
When he returned to Beijing in early March. He was taken off the plane to a central processing facility, assessed by officials in hazmat suits, then put on a special bus to
In a quarter mile, keep left. Follow signs for Denver, Colorado Mills Parkway.
Didn't wander off into other streets or something.
Raymond is lucky. He flew in.
Keep left, then turn left onto Denver West Colorado Mills Parkway.
Isolated at home. But he says he'd do a hotel quarantine if that's what was required of him.
More people from China or from across.
Turn left onto Denver West Colorado Mills Parkway.
Than my life.
So, like many Chinese people, Song feels the inconveniences of quarantines, however invasive, are worth it, as long as they help other people.
In 300 feet, make a U-turn at Denver West Parkway. Make a U-turn at Denver West Parkway. Continue for 3/4 of a mile.
You're listening to All Things Considered from NPR News.
Support comes from
Make a U-turn, then turn right onto Denver West Marriott Boulevard.
Workers, advocates, and evaluators in the field of child well-being.
Make a U-turn at Denver West.